Yeah, we're moving. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, or evening, or morning, wherever you're watching this. For me, it's evening, and that's what this meant to be. This is meant to be an evening show. I've got my beverage of choice here. It's just water. Some old lubrication, because I'm going to be talking to you. I'm going to be talking to you about your camera and about the importance of a cage and how my search for my cage has finally ended. I'm going to get right into it. So, with that said, roll the intro. All right. Most of us are filmmakers. If you're watching this, you own a camera, and you may even have built it out. But this goes out to all of you. If you film on a camcorder or on your phone, or you actually have a video camera, this goes for all of us. All of us love our camera, equal to our parents, our friends, and our family. It is our closest ally, our stalwart friend. It's our voice. Through this camera that we own, whichever one it may be, we are able to express ourselves, make our voice be heard, and get others to see what it is that we are talking about. That's incredibly powerful. It is such a powerful tool. It has once been said that the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, my friends, the camera is mightier than them all. You can capture images, fantasies, thoughts that no other instrument can. A camera, to me, is the fusion of imagination and high technology that only humans can achieve. It is such a strange device. I understand every mechanical working of it, and yet still it might as well be magic. Because in essence, what a camera does to us and with us as filmmakers is it allows our stream of consciousness, our thoughts, our visual images that we see in our head to be put down and translated into actually tangible, visible images that we can share with everybody. It's like an uplink to our brain. And there's no other machine, none on this whole planet, that can do it just like that. That's why I love my camera, and that's why you probably love yours. Like I said, we love our cameras. We love our cameras probably more than a lot of the other stuff we own. But what about a cage? Two years ago, when I started my filmmaking path, I was in the very first stages of writing LOS, what would become my first short film. And I had this camera. I'd had it for 2 or 3 years at this point and didn't really know much about it. I didn't really know all the settings. I didn't really know how you could get the best image quality out of it. I was filming on everything that I wasn't supposed to be filming on, basically. If you'd asked me when I started LOS if I would prefer to film on my iPhone over my camera, I would have definitely said my iPhone. Because my iPhone, this little thing here, is what was better understandable for me at the time. This was my first short film, or this was to become my first short film. It happened. It came true thanks to the efforts of a whole lot of people. And my camera, the one that you're seeing me through now, was a huge part of that. I remember looking at some video on YouTube and seeing something peculiar. All the pros had something around their camera. And I didn't really know what it was at first. I was like, oh, that's cool. There are some attachment points to that one guy. Or that guy has a big handle and a big monitor and a big battery. Whoa, that's cool. What's that box at the front? That was pretty cool. And I didn't know what that was. And I thought that was specific for specific cameras. I didn't think my camera or any other just consumer level camera would be able to do that. And then as time went by, I started looking into Smallrig, and I found out that there's actually this company that makes stuff for people like me, people like us, with cameras like ours that provide those mounting points and that upgradability. Now, the Lumix GX80 isn't a hugely popular camera. It's always kind of flown under the radar and it's found a niche corner for itself for people that are on the budget end but still want a great looking camera. And it found itself to me. Now, as I stated in my little intro talk about how we love our camera, I love my camera. It's more than a piece of machinery and metal. It's become a friend. It's become my way of letting the world know that I'm here. And that I'm worth listening to. And I notice that even as I'm talking about this, I'm getting slightly emotional. And it's because only when stating it out loud does it really impact me how much my camera means to me. It's my friend. It's an ally. It's the one thing made out of solid metal and plastic that provides a completely neutral and quite frankly calming viewpoint for me in this chaotic, dangerous world that we live in. I love my camera. It brings me peace, happiness and joy. And I finally found a cage for it. I've been doing all my shoots up until this point with a universal cage. Now, if you know those cages, they don't look that good. They're universal, so it means they universally don't really fit anything. And the thing is, there was a form-fitting cage for the GX80 that Smallrig made, and it's been discontinued. And I remember promising myself before filming on LOS started that after I'd done this, after I dipped my toes into the water of filmmaking, that I'd buy myself as a present the form-fitting cage. And it was like expensive for me back then. It was 150 euros. And the day LOS stopped filming, we were done, I went up to my room and went to buy it. I pulled out my credit card and It was out of stock. I thought, well, okay, that's bad luck. I'll look on another website. It's out of stock there too. Everywhere I looked, I tried every major camera company, supply house, even overseas stuff. It was gone. And you have to understand how important a cage for me is at this point in my career. Yes, there definitely is the vibe of all the cool kids have it, so I gotta have it. But it also meant being able, in a strange way, and those of you that own a camera or another piece of technology or machinery that's upgradable or that you can work on yourself, those of you that own those kinds of things will know this. It means, in a strange way, almost it feels like taking care of it. You're I don't know if buying it presents is the right word, but you're taking care of it. You're ensuring some future compatibility because there's just more options for your best little friend over there. 2 years went by, 2.5 by this point. And I got into the habit of, I had given up essentially. I thought I am never going to find a cage that fits. It's sold out everywhere. Smallrig doesn't make it anymore. I looked at the website after that, and Smallrig indeed had a discontinued statement stating that that particular cage wasn't going to be made anymore. And that sucked for me. I remember it feeling like a gut punch. That cage symbolized a whole lot for me. That cage symbolized, for me, it symbolized getting out of my baby shoes and getting into the size 1s. The smaller shoes, but still, taking some steps. It resembled growth for me as a filmmaker. Alright, I can upgrade. And if I get the cage, I can upgrade further, I can go places now with my camera. It's no longer just stuck in one form. And I know it shouldn't matter what the stuff you use to film looks like or how upgradable it is. But the fact of the matter is, to me as an individual creator, it absolutely does. And lo and behold, I had gotten into the habit of scouring Marktplaats, which is the Dutch eBay, for anybody that might have put their cage up for sale. And I'd do this every 2 weeks or so, and then I'd forget about it for a couple months and then come back, hoping every time I logged onto that website that somebody had posted something there. And for the past 2.5 years, I haven't found anything. Nobody posted their cage on there. Some people posted their GX80, their camera on there, and a few lenses. Nobody posted their cage. Until 2 days ago, I had just gotten back from an intensive day of shooting, and I rolled over the morning after I woke up and just decided to check it again, one last time. And I promised myself I'd give up after that point. I'd just go on. I was even thinking about building a cage myself that fit the camera. I didn't know anything about metalwork. Still don't, by the way. But I was that kind of desperate to have a good cage around it, because the universal cage just wasn't doing it for me anymore. And I woke up and I checked Marktplaats again. And there it was. There was a guy offering up his whole video kit, or his whole photograph kit. Camera, lenses, filters, chargers, batteries, and a cage. The cage that I wanted. And I messaged him and I said, hey, this is kind of a weird request, but I already own most of that stuff except the cage. And I really, really want it. Can I just buy the cage from you? And he said yes. Sure. Is 90 euros okay? And I remember going, oh my God. Absolutely, yeah. Take it, take the money. And I would have spent 500 euros on this if I had to. That's how badly I wanted it. That's how much it means to me to have something like that. It got here today. And I was in a video call with some friends, and the doorbell rang 3 times, and I heard it the 3rd time, and I raced downstairs. And there was this guy. He delivers the mail in our neighborhood. And for some reason, he just has the biggest grin on his face. I remember running upstairs. This actually just happened like 12 hours ago. Remember running upstairs, tearing it open, and there it is. And ever since then, the camera that you're seeing me through right now has been sitting in the cage. I'm sure you will have seen the B-roll that's over this film. So you'll have seen the cage. You can Google it if you like. And to me, this is the purest form of art. It's a mix of utilitarian, beautiful outlining, gorgeous design, and it keeps the camera, the main camera body, well, it just keeps that design, and it's amazing, and I love it. I had this whole rig before based on the universal cage, or around my universal cage, and I love that rig, absolutely love it. But this, somehow, with just the standard batteries being accessible, there's no external stuff on there, just a top handle and the cage, and a tripod plate, and that's it. Just this simplicity somehow feels like a whole new start. And it's awesome. So yeah, if you're on the fence of buying a cage, or you're looking at one, and you really want one, buy a cage. It's great.